The Israelites had been living in Egypt for hundreds of years. At first, they were welcomed with open arms. They worked hard, building cities, working the land, and doing whatever Pharaoh demanded. Life was harsh, and there seemed to be no way out. But in their hearts, they pray. They kept hoping for a way to escape, hoping for freedom. And God, hearing their cries, chose a man named Moses to lead them out. One day, while Moses was tending to his sheep in the wilderness, he saw something strange, a bush that was on fire, but not burning up. When Moses got closer, a voice called out to him. It was God, speaking through the fire. God told Moses that he had heard the cries of the Israelites and that it was time to set them free. But Moses didn't think he was the right person for the job. "I'm not a leader," he said. "I'm not even good with words." But God reassured him, telling Moses, "I will be with you." With that, Moses returned to Egypt and confronted Pharaoh, demanding that he let the Israelites go. Pharaoh, however, was stubborn and proud. He refused. This led to a series of dramatic events known as the 10 plagues. Each time Pharaoh said no, the plagues got worse. Water turned to blood, frogs flooded the land, locusts destroyed the crops. But no matter what, Pharaoh's heart remained hard. Finally, after the worst plague of all, the death of the firstborn children, Pharaoh agreed to let the Israelites leave. But as soon as they left, Pharaoh changed his mind. He gathered his army and chased after them, determined to bring them back. The Israelites had come to the edge of the Red Sea, thinking they were safe. But as they looked back, they saw something terrifying. Pharaoh's army, thousands of soldiers on horseback, chasing them down. The Israelites were trapped. In front of them, the vast sea, and behind them, the fierce Egyptian army closing in. The people start to panic. "Why did we even leave Egypt?" they cry. "Were there not enough graves in Egypt that you had to bring us out here to die?" Moses, standing tall, doesn't lose hope. He tells the people, "Don't be afraid. Stand firm, and you will see the deliverance the Lord will bring you today. Egyptians you see today, you will never see again." Moses then turns to God, asking for guidance. And that's when something truly miraculous happens. God tells Moses to stretch out his hand over the sea. And when Moses obeys, something incredible happens. The waters of the Red Sea begin to part. Slowly at first, then more and more, until a path emerges right through the middle of the sea, with walls of water towering on both sides. It's like the impossible has become possible. The Israelites, in disbelief, but filled with hope, begin walking through the sea on dry ground. It must have felt like a dream, like they were walking through the heart of a giant watery canyon. Pharaoh's army isn't giving up that easily. They saw the Israelites walking through the sea, and they decided to follow. Thousands of chariots and soldiers rushed into the dry path, thinking they reach them before the sea closes up again. But as the last of the Israelites reach the far shore, Moses stretches out his hand again. The waters that had been parted begin to return, and with a crash, the sea swallows up the pursuing army. The Egyptian army, who had chased the Israelites, were gone, swept away by the waves. Not a single soldier survives. The Israelites are free. They're safe. The Egyptian army is gone, and they stand on the other side of the sea, looking back at what they've just overcome. Moses and the Israelites break into song, praising God for their miraculous escape. The words of the song echo with joy, relief, and wonder. This story reminds us that no matter how impossible things may seem, no matter how trapped we may feel, we're never alone.